Watch this video, then let's talk about it.
The amount of "I'll never forgive you" I see in your last video is enough for me to never try to speak up on anything that's happened to get me here.
Carter, I want to start by saying this gently. I hear the grief in your voice, but I want to caution you that what I say first is not the entirety of this video, so please watch it all the way through. I think you're discovering that deconstructing is not a casual shift. It literally is an unraveling, and it is so disorienting. It's a massive loss. I know what it feels like when the entire framework that held your world together collapses. I remember sitting on the floor, sobbing, Hillsong playing in the background, while I was reading about world religions that collided with everything that I had been taught. It felt like a betrayal. It felt like something deep inside me had died. So when you say waking up feels like realizing your whole life has been a lie, I believe you. That kind of awakening is brutal, especially when your family system, your theology, your political identity were braided together since birth. And you were right about something important. It is hard to wake up. It is hard to untangle indoctrination that was buried into your nervous system before you even had language for it. But I need to say something here. Your pain is real. But so are the people who have been harmed by the policies that you voted for. Now, let me be clear. I am not speaking for them. Their experience does not need my voice to be validated. But I've been in the deconstructing community for decades. So I've seen people like you who start deconstructing and think the first thing that they need to do is get online and talk about it. And Carter, that is not true. You may think it's the right thing to do, but what you are doing is centering your story over other people's pain. There are families who lost rights. There are trans kids who lost safety, and even worse, they're no longer here because they have given up on a world that will ever accept them for who they are. There are women who lost bodily autonomy, and there are women who lost their lives because they lost bodily autonomy. There are immigrants who lost protections, families torn apart, citizens unalived. There are communities who have been carrying consequences for generations. So when you say the hate from the left feels the same as the hate from the cult, I want you to slow down and examine that. Anger from harmed communities is not the same as indoctrinated control, and you are asking them to prioritize your deconstructing over their exhaustion. Because Carter, you've lived in privilege, and it's that privilege that is now on full display as you felt justified in your right to turn on that camera and make a video centering your tears over the oppression of another. Many people are not angry because you left. They are angry because of everything I just said and so much more, but also because some of us were sounding alarms for years while being called dramatic and evil, even demonic. So yes, deconstruction is painful. Accountability is also painful. These two pains can coexist, and I'm going to invite you into that experience. So if you choose not to vote because your feelings are hurt, you place your emotional comfort above the material consequences others are still living with. That instinct to withdraw when confronted with collective harm reflects your indoctrination. High control systems teach us to center our own righteousness and our own emotional safety. Real deconstructing moves us into the opposite direction. It asks, even if my feelings are bruised, what is my responsibility in my deconstructing journey? Now, I can't tell you what to do, but if you are genuine in your intentions to deconstruct, then I'm going to strongly encourage you to find mentors and do it in private. If you want to contact me, I can give you books and creators to follow, but it is vital that this early season of your deconstructing be done in private. Learning the answers to the questions about who am I if I'm not what Christianity says I am, or what do I believe if I no longer believe what the church says I should believe? Or even more important, how do I release what no longer serves my highest good that will help me learn to become a helpful and informed advocate for the oppressed? Otherwise, it's performative. But that's just me. Either way, you are allowed to heal, and others are allowed to be angry. You have no right to expect your pain and your story to be centered.